Okay, so we're going to get started. It is 2 o'clock. Welcome to the webinar. Again, today is session 2 of 3 in our Income Machine workshop. I already see a whole bunch of people that were on the first session, so welcome back. For those of you who are new to the workshop, welcome. Here is kind of an overview of the 3 workshop sessions that we're doing. The goal of this Income Machine workshop is really to have no fluff. That's not really my style. We're going to be talking all about the Income Machine framework, which we did on October 1st. If you had missed that webinar, feel free to go to this link here. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat box so you can bookmark it. Let me just copy and paste this in there. So now you guys have the replay link where you can see the first replay. After this webinar is done, we will put the second replay on that page as well. So welcome to this webinar, which is all going to be about product creation, product marketing, email marketing. And then on October 8th, we're going to be talking about scaling and growing your online business. Okay, so that's kind of the agenda for these 3 sessions. Feel free to mark your calendars now. We are doing each session twice. So we're doing this first one at 2 o'clock, and then we're doing another one at 8 o'clock. And then same thing on October 8th. We'll have a brand new webinar, which we'll be holding live at 2 o'clock and one at 8 o'clock. I wanted to make sure that it was as convenient as possible for you guys. Feel free to ask questions. I'd love for your interaction. Feel free to fire away. Okay, the agenda for this workshop specifically is I'm going to show you a bunch of really cool tips and tricks on how I create products, full-blown products in under an hour. How I generated 6 figures in sales for products that aren't even mine. Yes, that's possible. You can do it, and I'll show you how I did it and how you can do it. I'm also going to uncover my secrets for building a list of red hot buyers by the thousands and doing it within days and not months or years, and a whole lot more. So I'm excited, guys. I hope that you guys are as well. I just want to get a little bit of participation from you guys before we get started. I'm just curious, how many of you guys have at least one product that you have created and that you sell currently? Just want to get a gauge from you guys to see if you guys are brand new, or if maybe you have a product that you are selling or that you're learning how to create products. Okay, Jonathan says, yep. Connie, no. Simon, no. David, no. And he says 2 products. Okay. I am brand new. I have a book and audio. No, yep, no, yes. Okay, so we're getting about 50% are saying no. The other 50% say it looks like you either have a product or maybe 2 different products. So that's great. So I think for the majority of you who do not have a product, hopefully I give you guys a whole bunch of really good ideas that you can go and implement in your business today. And I mean, if you don't have a product, guys, I consider a product in my business just another asset in my business that is making me money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I know at the end of the day, if I wanted to, I could go and sell off my products because they are assets that are part of my business. So there's so many different ways to go and monetize products, and we'll be talking about how you can do that. And really, products are just really content creation. How can you create products and programs and content that people are going to want? Okay, and I'll be showing you lots of different ways that you can go about doing it. Okay. Now, if you guys weren't on the first session or you haven't been on any of my webinars before, just really quickly about who I am. I've been doing full-time internet marketing for about 8 or 9 years now. I started in the offline world doing like client services, search engine optimization, and pay-per-click and social media for local businesses. And about 4 years ago, I went off on my own. I worked for a few different agencies. And then I went off on my own and I started doing client services on my own, which was great because for one, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I didn't take that leap until about 4 years ago, and it was the greatest decision of my life. It changed my life. And I learned about this whole other side of online, being an online entrepreneur, which was creating products and doing affiliate marketing, which in turn, it's product creation and building an email list, basically. And I've made that transition, and I've been doing that for about 3 years now. And it's been able to help me grow to an 8-figure business. So it's really changed my life. I live in North Carolina with my wife and daughter. And I basically run an 8-figure business out of my home. I have a home office. All of my employees are virtual staff. And for me, it's me living my dream. I love not having to worry about having bosses or going into an office and having pointless meetings and going through the 9 to 5 grind and sitting at a cubicle. That to me that's financial freedom in itself, let alone the obviously the financial impact that it brings with running an 8-figure business. And so that's kind of enough about me. I want to really dive in. Like I said, I'm a pretty straight shooter. I like to get right to the point. So sorry if I move a little fast, but feel free to ask questions along the way. I do have the chat box up, so I'll try to answer any questions that you may have. Again, at the end of the webinar is when I'll be taking the majority of your questions. Now, when it comes to product creation, okay, a lot of people don't know where to start. They don't know what to do, and that's part of the reason why you don't have a product, right? And I was in that same boat 3 or 4 years ago when I was like, well, I'm just learning this online thing and trying to figure out how to make money. And maybe some of you guys are starting to build a list and maybe dabbling with affiliate marketing because it's obviously a little bit easier than creating your own product, because then you have to support it and maintain it and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm here to tell you that your product does not have to be perfect. Okay. The main thing that you need to do is get it out there. Just get it out there in a marketplace. Throw up a sales page. It doesn't have to be anything glamorous whatsoever. Just start to create something. Okay. Like for a writer. Okay. A lot of times they say, just start writing. It doesn't really matter, what you're writing. Just start writing. Okay. We'll go back and make revisions and we'll improve on it. And just like anything, practice makes perfect. And so if you haven't created a product, you don't know where to start, just create something. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Get it out there. And like anything, you're naturally going to become better at creating products, content creation, and everything that comes along with product creation. Okay. So get it out there. What I always do and what I always recommend you do, create something, say, here's what I created. Okay. XYZ. Here's the problem that it solves. Okay. Here's where you can buy it. Okay. I followed this format so many times for my basic sales pages. I say, here's what the product does. Here's why you should buy it and the problem that it solves. And boom, here's your buy button. Go ahead and buy it if you like it. I mean, you don't have to make it anything too complex. Okay. So think about that and keep that in the back of your mind as we move forward with this session, as well as just as you move forward in your business. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk about different tactics, different strategies for creating products uber fast. Okay. And I call this one the ghetto product creation method. I kind of learned this one from Frank Kern. And Frank, when he first started it, his products were kind of as ghetto and hashed up together, or whatever you want to call it. He could put them together in 5 minutes. It's pretty amazing. But this is a really simple method, and it still works today, and it's gonna keep on working. What you do is you just interview an authority, right? Someone in your space that people respect, people know, and listen to, and interview them. And what you do is you just take the video and put that into a basic membership area, right? And then you could take that and convert it into an audio, like an MP3 format, and you can also transcribe it. Now, everybody likes to consume information a little bit differently, so you need to remember that. Some people like to listen to audio, right? They're really busy. They're always in their car. Wouldn't it be cool if they could just pop it in their MP3 player and listen to it, right? Some people like to sit at their computer, watch video. Okay, other people like to sit in bed and read. So maybe they want it transcribed. Doing these 3 things is actually really easy to do. You could do the video in less than an hour, an interview. And then you could just export the audio and hire a transcription service for, $5-10 or whatever it is. And then you have 3 different formats for this and turn it into a product. Okay. Put a little logo or graphics to it, put it inside of a basic membership area, and boom, there you go. Now, obviously, when you're creating products, there's different price points, and something that may be as simple as just an interview, you have to make sure that the content is good. And maybe now an interview you may be only able to sell that for at the most $97, depending on how you frame it and position it. Okay, but again, it's a product, right? It's something that you can do very, very simple. It can take no more than an hour to do, and you have a product, right? Now, there's a few spin-offs of just that one simple model. You could hire a virtual assistant who emails these authorities, and just you give them a list of questions and say, hey, reach out to 50 different authorities in this particular field. Here's a list of the ones that I know, but maybe you can go and contact some others and try to connect with them and see if they will answer these questions. Take all the questions from all the different authorities and then put that into an ebook, right? Or you could even hire someone that does voiceover, and you could recreate the voice, the voices, and just turn it into audio if you wanted to. Okay. And so one of the reasons why this method works so well is because you're able to leverage other authorities. Now, you may not be able to do that yourself if you are brand new to a marketplace, but if you're able to, use these people's names on your sales page, obviously that has a lot more appeal because people know who these people are. And a lot of times you'll get these authorities to promote your product because they get to kind of toot their own horn. They're being interviewed. It shows that, they have authority in the space, right? So very, very simple to do. And remember this, that anything that we talk about today or anything involved with product creation, you can outsource it. You don't have to do everything yourself. And so, time definitely is money. We're always creating different products and programs. And so we figure out the fastest and most streamlined way. If something's going to eat up a lot of my time, we'll figure out a way to outsource it while still keeping the content or the product quality high. Okay. Here's a really good example. Okay. We created a private label rights marketplace called PLR Kickstart. Okay. This is where people can subscribe to a monthly membership, and each month you get a brand new private label rights product that you can rebrand and sell as your own. Okay, a lot of marketers like this. When I first started, I sold a few private label rights products, and now I knew in the back of my mind, I wouldn't be able to create a new product every single month. Given my schedule and given some of the other projects that I'm working on that are more time intensive. So I went out and found someone who could do that. And so I found Corey as an example. Okay. Corey's a great guy. He's a top selling Udemy instructor. He's got a great voice. He presents extremely well on video. And I basically worked out a deal with him. And so, you create the product. I'll help with, putting together the back end membership area and the sales page, and then some of the marketing, and bring on JV partners. And so this runs in the background on autopilot, almost on autopilot. And, we have hundreds of members in here, and they're each paying, $47 or $97 a month. And it's a great product, and it's reoccurring, and we can put this into the back end of other products. We can get, we're always getting affiliates to promote this membership. And so this is just a really easy way to create a product where you're not even doing the heavy lifting of it. Okay. Here's another one. We built a graphic membership where, this was perfect for marketers who are looking for graphics. You pay you pay monthly, and, every single month, we upload new graphics into the membership, and it's a great product. People, marketers love it. They're always needing graphics for their sales pages. And I went out and found a designer, or actually a few different designers, to contribute, design files to our membership. Okay, so again, I kind of handled the initial sales page and the membership area, and then now it's just another asset that we have. Where we can promote it to our email list. We can drive Facebook ads to it. We can get affiliates to promote it. And there's lots of different ways to drive traffic. That's not really the point of this session, but it's really meant to just show you that, hey, you can create products and you don't have to be the one that maintains them on an ongoing basis. Just find someone to handle that. Okay. You could even create a product in your car. Okay. It can be as simple as creating, spending 5 or 10 minutes outlining what you want to cover, and then just start talking into an audio recorder, while you're driving. Say you're going on a long road trip for 6 hours, have that outline in front of you of what it is that you want to cover. Start talking, start recording it, get it transcribed, get it edited by a virtual assistant, just get it cleaned up, so that you can go and sell it. You can go on Fiverr, find someone to do transcription services, or find a VA to listen to it and clean it up somehow, do some editing on it, and then you got it an MP3 format, and then you have an ebook that you can create out of it. Use it as a bonus for whatever. So just use your time smart, and it can be that simple. Okay, it does not need to be a full blown software as a service product that takes 2 years to develop. Okay, and even the product delivery of it can be very simple. Okay, it can be as simple as using a third party like JVZoo or Warrior Plus or ClickBank, and they all have their own delivery method where you don't even need a thank you page or a membership site. They see the sales page, they buy, boom, you send them the files. Just send them a zip file with everything in it. Okay, and that'll do. Okay. Now, obviously, as you start to get your feet wet in product creation, you're going to want to make things a little bit more sophisticated. You may want to have a nice membership area or a nice thank you page. You may need to have licensing and all that. But when you're first starting, don't worry about it, right? I mean, the first few pieces of software that I created, we didn't worry about licensing, or people. People are going to, especially with digital products these days, if people want it, people are going to figure out a way to download it illegally or share it and all that. You can't worry about that kind of stuff. Okay, don't worry about it. Now, as our company started to grow, we became a little bit more sophisticated with our products, and so we're able to add some things to deter people from being legally downloading our products. We've added licensing systems, and we're able to deactivate accounts and stuff like that. But when you're first starting off, don't worry about it. Create the product, put it in a delivery system like JVZoo, and start selling it. Start making money from it. Figure out ways that you can drive traffic to it. Okay. There's tons of transcription services out there. This is great for so many different things. Taking a video interview and turning it into text format, taking a webinar and creating an outline for it in transcription or in text, right? So castingwords.com is a really good transcription service, or going on Fiverr. I mean, there's tons of transcription services out there. They're really cheap and affordable. Casting Words is $1 per minute, and so it's really cheap. Okay, it's really cheap. Taking video and turning it into an ebook. Okay, you can go. There's all sorts of people who are professionals in a specific niche. Okay, you don't have to be that person. You can take video content that's already out there on the web, like going on Udemy and finding someone that is doing whatever a video course on traffic, and contacting them and say, hey, would you be interested in me taking your video course, transcribing it, putting it into a different format, into an ebook, and selling it for $10, $17, right? How easy would that be? When the course it's already done, you can just give them some sort of a commission or whatever. But the main point is that you're creating product extremely fast, and you didn't even have to do the work. Okay. You could do the same thing with YouTube. It doesn't have to be Udemy. There's tons of these workshops and webinars and training sessions and live events that are being recorded on video and putting on YouTube. Well, it's amazing. There's some good quality content. Find someone that has really good content, contact them and say, hey, would you be interested in selling this as a product? I see you have it on YouTube, but just putting it into a different format. Okay. Leveraging what you've created. Okay, so here's a really good example. I'm not sure if any of you guys know who Martin Crumlish is, but he creates a lot of software, and he creates white label software. So basically, you can take a piece of software and rebrand it as your own and go out and sell it. Sell it as your own product. Okay. Now, for one, that's a really good way just to instantly have a product that you can sell. Okay, and we'll talk about white label software in just a second, but what Martin did with this white label membership is he basically created a few different things, which are the foundation of his software. He has a user management area, so people can add users and remove users, as people are buying the product. He has a basic membership area, okay, that is secure, and he can just replicate that for each white label software that he has. And then he has a payment integration area where the person, that's buying this product can just put in their PayPal email address or, their Stripe account ID, and they can start accepting payments from it. And then he has this kind of fill in the blank sales page where he just kind of populates that sales page based on whatever the new product is that he's created. So he's created this framework for creating lots and lots of different pieces of software very, very quickly. Okay. The foundation's laid for him. He just needs to maybe add, unique coding for whatever that particular product does, but everything else is already done and it's a template. Okay. So this is basically what Martin did. He took an internal launch. He took the product, he promoted it to his internal list who people bought the product just to actually use whatever that product does, use it in their business, right? For this particular example, it's an ebook creator. So you just add your graphics to the cover, and then it creates these nice 2D and 3D e-covers. Okay, so you can use that in your business. So he did an internal launch with that. Then he did more of a formal product launch where he brought on affiliates and other means of traffic to sell the product. Okay. And then he also did private promotions, like little 3-day mini promotions where, for 3 days only, you can get X% off of the product, that kind of stuff. So he did all three of those things first, and he started to build a list of buyers, right? Started making income. And then after that, the second step was he turned that product into a white label product. So that other people, now that, there's probably a chunk of people that purchase the product that say, hey, it'd be cool if I could go and sell this exact product to people I know, right? Or people that are just interested in buying software that they can repurpose and sell. And so he turned it into a white label product, okay? And he made more money that way, that people that just wanted to, resell it as their own product, okay? And then a third option that you can do is go and just sell that asset, sell the product. So it's, you can just dump everything. You can give, you could sell it, say, hey, we made this much money in the last few months, and sell it while it's hot, and say, hey, well, here, you can have the product, you can have the email list or share the list or whatever deal you work out. But that's another way to make money instantly, is selling the asset. Now, I don't necessarily do that very often. Usually when I create a product, I like to keep it. But I know plenty of product creators that just do this as a full-time living. They'll create a product that, they have a really good system in place. They'll make as much money as they can from their own internal list or from their own sources of traffic. And then once they've kind of extracted all of the revenue they can get out of it, they'll go and they'll sell it to someone else. Okay, so that is an option. Not one that I use a lot of, but I know a lot of people that do it and they're very successful with it. Okay, now you could also mix and match different products. So as you start to create more and more products, you can start taking different sections of different products and completely rebrand it and make it a brand new product and launch it as a new product. Create a sales page for it. Okay, we did this. We did this with 4 of our Facebook plugins. Okay, we have a whole bunch of different different WordPress plugins, and we had 4 of them that related to Facebook. So what did we do? We took those 4 products and we just bundled them in as a Facebook software bundle, allowing them to purchase 4 products for the price of 1 or for the price of 2, or however you want to position it. We made like $5,000. What does it say? Yeah, about $5,000 just from this little sales page that we put together for the existing products that were already there. It was really just meant to be innovative, find an innovative way to position these products. Okay. Another option, white labeling existing products. I mean, how many of you guys have heard of, reseller products or white label products? This is just one example. How many of you guys have heard of Business Apps? Have any of you guys heard of it? It's a mobile app creation company. Have you guys heard of Business Apps? I'm just curious. You guys still with me? Okay. No, never. Yes. Okay. Nope. Okay. So a lot of you guys have never even heard of it. And this is a perfect example then. Okay. It looks like the majority of you guys have never heard of it. Okay. Business Apps. They've created a piece of software that allows you to create mobile apps that people can download on on the iTunes Store, on Google Play, right? Philip saying, was this a bad launch? No, this is a multi-million-dollar company. Okay, I'm going to kind of like open your eyes if you've never heard of this. Now, Business Apps has a reseller program. Okay. That reseller program basically gives you the ability to create sub accounts underneath business apps and rebrand it as your own. Now, how many of you, it looks like none of you have really heard of business apps. Have any of you guys heard of Go Mobile? Just give me a quick yes or no if you've heard of Go Mobile. Maybe you've been on their webinars. Okay. So, okay, that's that's so funny. Okay, this is actually perfect. So the majority of you guys are saying yes. Okay, there's one person that said no, two people said no. The majority of you are saying yes. So what's funny is that you've never heard of business apps, but you've heard of Go Mobile. Okay, the funniest part about this, guys, is that all Go Mobile did was rebrand business apps, grossed over $2 million. Okay, gross over $2 million reselling another product. Okay. They sold the solution for $1,000. Now, obviously, and I want to stress this, they added value to the offering. Okay. They added value by adding additional training. They even did a live event. They had reseller tools, they had different contracts and agreements. So they built a product around an existing product. Okay. And so they generated millions upon millions of dollars in revenue just from leveraging the fact that business apps offered a reseller program. Okay, so you don't even need to create the product yourself. Okay, yeah, John's saying, "Wow, great opportunity." Exactly, it is. It is a phenomenal opportunity. Okay, and this happens all the time. Okay, this is happening. Happening in almost any niche. Okay, and so it could be as simple as just Googling white labeled and then finding, or then your keyword, white label opportunities, white label, and then your niche or your keyword. Okay. You could do white label, you could do reseller, resell rights. You could even look in forums, find people that have their own products and see and work out deals. And some of the best deals are private deals where they don't publicize that they have a reseller or a white label offering. They just, you have, it's a little bit more work. Okay. But these are definitely the best deals. You just have to find out who the creator is. Maybe you pay them some sort of a royalty or whatever, but if you can work out a deal where, the product is done for you and they support the products, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? If you have the means to drive traffic and do the marketing for it, these products are already done. I mean, so that's why I'm saying, guys, creating a product yourself is not, just having a product under your belt to say is not that difficult. Okay. You can create them in less than an hour, or you can take existing products and just focus on the marketing of it. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Now, as you guys, for me, when creating a product, it naturally lends itself to a list building opportunity, right? Every product that you create, you're going to have buyers at some point, right? Whether it's your own internal email list, which obviously, that's not really building new subscribers or new buyers, but you're building, but everyone that comes through a Facebook ad or through an affiliate link or on a webinar, whatever it may be, you're building a list. Okay. So that's just naturally, organically, you're going to build a list as you build more products. Okay. Now here's a really cool way that I have built thousands upon thousands of subscribers, and more importantly, buyers, without really doing anything, which is, I'm sure a lot of you guys like that. So the first step here is there's a product launch. Okay. There's products being brought to market in almost any niche. Now, really quickly, before I dive too far into this, how many of you guys are into internet marketing? Let me rephrase this. What niche are you guys in? Are you in internet marketing? Are you in weight loss? Are you in personal development? Are you in what niche are you guys in? If you guys wouldn't mind. Okay, so yeah, Philip's in the financial sector. Okay, Annie's in education. All right, online marketing, home business. Okay, just want to get a feel for who's on the call. Thank you guys. All right, network marketing, health and wellness. Okay, fitness, online marketing, music, retail, fitness, internet marketing, weight loss, belly fat, e-commerce, fitness products. Okay, a lot of fitness here. Okay, mobile marketing for small businesses, survival, local business marketing, network marketing, personal development, IM, landscaping, personal development, local. Okay, so it looks like maybe about 50% of you guys are in the internet marketing niche, but the other ones are all in pretty big niches. Personal development, anything related to health is always big. Mobile marketing's big. Survival, I know, is fairly big. It's a niche. It's a niche area, but it's still a pretty big niche. Okay, good. So thank you for that. So there's always products being brought to market, right? And especially in the internet marketing niche, there's, God knows, 10 different product launches a day, right? And so these people, these product creators, are doing a lot of hard work trying to get affiliates on board, trying to drive traffic to their products, right? And I can't tell you how many times I've been able to talk to a product creator and say, hey, I know you're launching this product. I have XYZ. I have a piece of software. I have a PDF. I have an ebook. Or, hey, I'd love to create something specific for your product or for your members, your buyers. Would you be interested in something like that? And for the most part, I mean, if someone's asking me, hey, I see you have a product around video, right? You just launched a new video software. Well, guess what? I have this video marketing course that I put together, or this ebook on how to get more views to your videos. I'd love to be able just to give it to your buyers for free, right? And in return, just ask them to opt in, right? Ask for their name and email address, and you can get this free bonus for anyone who purchased whatever product. Okay. This works all the time. It's been working for years. And I mean, it always works. And there's just endless amounts of opportunities. Okay. The product is launched, people are funneled into a members area, and then they opt into your bonus. And then they get delivered the product, whatever it is that you are giving them. Okay. So they're doing all the hard work to get people to buy that initial product. Okay. Which is the hardest thing to do. Okay. And then you're coming in on the back door, on the back end of things, and you're just saying, hey, inside of their members area, hey, put in your name and email address and you can get this free bonus, right? Okay. Now you can do the same thing. So you can do the product launch, goes into the members area. They get the product, and then your opt-in is integrated into their product. Okay. So instead of being in the members area as a separate page, okay, it could actually be in their ebook, right? It could be on their video that they're promoting, right? So it could be within the product itself, which makes it a little bit more seamless and integrated as people are consuming that product. Okay. Instead of just saying, here's a separate page within the members area, go ahead and download the bonus. If you're talking about it within the actual product itself, people are much more likely to take action and opt in. So there's lots of different ways there. Here's another, way to go about doing it. And this is my favorite way. Okay. My favorite way to generate literally thousands upon thousands of red hot buyers within days. Okay. The product is launched. You're the vendor for this live webinar. Okay. So you create a webinar around whatever the product is about. Now, this is a little bit easier for someone like myself or someone who has been creating products for a number of years. Okay. Where, you basically connect with a vendor. And I just did this earlier today. Okay. One of my good, friends, if you guys know Simon Warner. Okay. Simon has a product launch that's happening on Friday. And so his product is around video. Okay. Well, I just launched a software product around video, and we connected and basically said, okay, hey, well, why don't we promote my product on the back end of your launch? Okay. So everybody that buys his products, okay, is going to get funneled into my webinar. Okay. And now, so it's integrated with their members area. They also are going to put it into their email autoresponder so that after they purchase, maybe a day later, say, hey, sign up for this webinar. This is what you're going to learn. And then I come in and I present good content. And then at the end of it, I can pitch my product. So I'm building a list, I'm making money, and then I'm also making money for the original vendor because they're earning a commission off of it. So it's a win-win situation for everybody, including all of the customers, because the product that I am promoting, it complements his product. Okay, his product, it doesn't do anything that what mine does, but it's very targeted and relevant. Okay. Now, like I was saying, guys, there are 1,000,001 ways to take just existing products that are out there in the marketplace and make money from them. Okay. This was one product. I'm not sure. Have any of you guys heard of Longtail Pro? Just a quick yes or no if you've heard of Longtail Pro before. It's a piece of software, keyword research software. Okay, yes, no, yes, yes. Okay. Sorry, it's getting some water here. Okay. Bought it a while back. Okay. Yeah, about 60-70% of you said yes. How many of you guys thought that was my product? Just curious. Did you guys think that was my product? So I'm just can't say, okay, yes, 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 yeah. So I mean, this wasn't my product. Okay, this was a product that had been out there in the marketplace for 2 or 3 years. Okay, and it was just sitting there. It's a great product. It's an awesome product, and I have the proof to back that up. Over 6,000 people bought this product. Okay, it grossed over $300,000 in revenue in 1 week. And it was the number one grossing product on JVZoo of all time at the time. Okay. Now this launch was, January of 2013, it looks like. So, I mean, it's been a little while, but this strategy works. Okay. I basically contacted the product creator and said, hey, I noticed you have this product. It looks awesome. I'd love to maybe work out a deal with you. Right. And it worked out for everybody. Right. I mean, the customers loved it. The original creator of the software loved it. And I just helped with the marketing of it. Okay. I did the same thing with 2 other products. If any of you guys have heard of WP for FB, okay, this was a product with Wilco. If any of you guys know who Wilco is, we sold over 3,500 front end copies, grossed almost $200,000 in a week. And I created a new sales page for it. That's basically it. The product was done. Okay. CurationSoft sold over 3,500 front end copies, grossed almost $150,000 in revenue in 1 week. Again, wasn't my product. Okay. These 3 products really helped to put my name on the map. Okay. People, I couldn't tell you how many people were coming to me after that and saying, oh my God, I saw you've been doing really well with these product launches. How are you doing them? And what was really funny was a lot of people didn't realize these weren't even my products. Okay, they were already done. They were just sitting there and collecting cyber dust, if you will. And I just helped to help with the marketing of it. Okay, so there's lots of what's really cool, especially with software. There's a lot of talented developers that just don't know how to market. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, I'm a marketer and I don't know how to develop. It's just flip-flopped. So if you can find developers or people that can complement you, you can make it really a perfect marriage and everybody can come out on top. Okay. Now, those 3 products were 3 of the top 10 highest grossing products of all time on JVZoo at the time. Now, we moved away from JVZoo because we have our own in-house payment system now. And so, there's been some really amazing product launches that have happened on JVZoo since then. But, at the time, it's pretty cool to say, hey, top 3 or 3 of the top 10 products that I've launched, we grossed, $750,000 in sales, and not one of them was my product. Okay. Now, let's just talk briefly about the customer lifetime value. Now, this is something that you should think about when you take a step back from your online business and say, what do I want to do long term? Now, obviously, you want to be continuously providing value to your customers, okay? Whether it's through a website, a blog, a forum, webinars, whatever that outlet is, okay? And so there's always different methods and different ways that you can package your products. And really it comes down to content creation, being able to create the online entrepreneurs who can create content efficiently and has high value are the ones who are going to come out on top, okay? And the ones who can market well, okay? Freebie offerings, product launches, JV partnerships. There's lots of different ways to go about acquiring products and different ways to position products and content. Okay. There's things like continuity programs. There's high ticket products, having upsells and cross sells, affiliate promotions. Okay. There's lots of different ways you can go and repackage or package existing products and make money from them. Okay. And so that's something that you want to think about down the road. Okay. It may not be something right away, but like when I first started, I was just trying to create a product. I was just trying to get it out there. Okay. But then as as you start to become more seasoned and you start to learn how to create products much easier and that have higher value, okay, you can start to think about, okay, well, creating a product and having someone pay me one time, that's cool, that's great and all, but wouldn't I like to get them to buy other products from me, different upsells and cross sells from other products that you may have, or getting people to buy a continuity program where they're paying you on an ongoing basis, okay, or getting people that bought a $17 product and get them to buy a $500 product or a $1,000 product, okay? So diversifying your online business is really important. Okay, having different price points is important. So that's something that you want to think about, as you map out your strategy long term. Okay, now this is kind of how I started off growing my business. Okay, and to me, this is the wrong way to go about it. Okay, having a whole bunch of short-term projects that you create the product, you launch it. You create the product, you launch it. You just go through this repetition of just creating products, right? And not really having any long-term goals. Okay, and I was doing this for a few years, and this isn't necessarily the wrong way to go about it. There's just a more balanced approach, and I'll show that to you guys here in a second. Okay, and so same thing with one-time products versus continuity programs, right? 80% of my products were one-time buys, and then 20%, or even probably less than that, was continuity, where people were paying on an ongoing basis. Okay, and then things like promotional emails versus value-add emails. Okay, as you start to build your list, you promote lots and lots of different products, and you're not providing as much value. Okay, well, I mean, this model does work, but for me, at least, I hit a wall, and I've talked to a lot of other online entrepreneurs that this model only works for a certain amount of time, right? You can only create so many short-term projects, one-time products, can only promote so much stuff to your list before they get burned out from it. And so this is kind of the way that I've been able to see exponential growth over time. And it's really the reverse of what I just showed you. Okay, focusing more on long-term projects and while still having short-term projects. Okay, I'd like to have that balanced approach where there's always revenue coming into the business, right? So there's maybe a few short-term products that you're working on that just kind of give you that cash injection into your business. Okay, and in conjunction with product creation, you're also promoting other people's products and things like that. But you're working more on long-term projects that have a bigger payout and maybe an ongoing model where it's more continuity based. Okay, this takes a longer time. It's a longer process to get to this point, but the payout is a lot better. Okay, and so that I would recommend that this is something that you work towards. You work towards maybe starting with this first approach. Okay, starting off by getting some revenue generated through your business with some short-term, one-time price point products. Okay, but ultimately going to more of a long-term project or projects, and something that people are going to want to pay an ongoing basis for, not just a one-time fee. Okay, and so when I first started, okay, when I showed you that first diagram, I was kind of that one-man band, right? And when you're the one-man band, your revenue potential, it can only go so far, and you don't see that exponential growth, okay, as opposed to having strategic partnerships, okay, where you can split the workload in half or leverage each other's talents and each other's resources. And that's really when you can start to see that spike. And so actually I probably should have added a third slide to this area here. And after strategic partnerships, having an in-house team. Okay. Now that graph would probably look like a massive spike. And that's really what this is really meant to show you. So in 2012, 2013, I had a lot of strategic partnerships. Okay. This is just showing revenue throughout my business. And so in 2012, we generated about $150,000 in revenue, 1.5 million in 2013. And then this year we're over 10 million. Okay. Now this didn't happen by accident. Okay. It's happened by design. And so in order to get to this number, I've hired more people in-house as opposed to more strategic partnerships. Now, partnerships, there's pros and cons to that, right? I mean, you have to probably split the revenue between you two. Usually it's a 50-50 partnership depending on the details of it. But so it's harder to net a lot of money when you're having to not only pay out your partner, but then you're paying out the people to do the work. Now, once you get to a certain point in your online business, you'll have that capital to invest into your own specific team, where you're just paying for them to do the work and not necessarily a revenue share. Okay, and so when you can get to that point, that's really when you can see exponential growth. Okay, so try to save as much revenue sharing as possible once you get to a certain point. Okay, and that's really important. Okay, don't be afraid to give away rev share in the very beginning when you're just starting out. Okay, don't be afraid to do that. Okay, you need to start somewhere, but you'll start to notice that you'll grow much faster once you're able to break away and once you're at that financial point in your business where you can keep it all in house. Okay. Now, I talked a lot about finding partnerships and JVs, joint venture relationships, and there's lots of different ways to go about finding these people. I mean, there's, one of the best ways is like these leaderboard updates, when you see that vendors are turning their launch into a competition, showing who's promoting the product, who's selling the most units. Those people are very influential. Okay. There's launch boards, like people that promote, there's these launch board websites that show when these products are coming out. And those vendors obviously probably already have lists. They probably have relationships with designers, developers, other marketers, and it's a great way to get connected. Okay. There's Facebook groups. There's Skype groups. There's so many different ways to go and engage with people. There's, conferences. So it's really important to have your finger on the pulse in your niche and find out who the key players are and figure out ways that you can work with them. Okay. Now, I do want to give you guys an opportunity to really kickstart and be on the fast track to the things that I've been talking about. And if you guys were on the first session, you guys probably already know what this is about, but I'm gonna talk about it for those of you who haven't. I'm looking basically for 300 driven, passionate students who want to take their business to the next level, and specifically their online business, and learn how I've been able to grow to an online an 8-figure business within 3 years, and how you can replicate and do the same thing. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and promise that you're gonna turn your business into an 8-figure business within 3 years, but it is possible. Okay. This was just a screenshot from the last product launch we just did. Okay. It was a 10-day product launch, and we grossed almost $500,000 from this product launch. Okay. We did about $250,000 just from the front end product. And we did about another $200,000 from all of the one-time offers and through our sales funnel. Okay. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen by accident. Okay. And so this is the type of success, and I don't do this to brag, guys. I'm showing you that the proof that this actually works. Okay, these strategies that I'm teaching you, and obviously this session is only an hour and a half long. I can only give you guys so much content within this time, and so as you can see here, these are just deposits into my bank account. Almost $39,000, 36,000, 11,000, 6, 10, 7, 8, 16, 7,000, 16, 27,000. These were all, every single day. Here's, the PayPal activity in September, $225,000 in sales. Okay. I want to prove to you guys that this stuff does work. Okay. Again, just to kind of show you guys that exponential growth in my online business, utilizing the different strategies and techniques that I show you guys. And so this is a 6-week workshop called Seller Kickstart. And I'll pull it up really quickly so you guys can see it. And I just want to break down everything that you're going to get with this 6-week product creation and marketing bootcamp. Okay. The first week in the program is going to be foundational training. Okay. Everything from how to, what are the most efficient and strategic ways of creating products and programs your target audience will love. And what's great about this workshop, guys, is that it works across any niche. Okay. Any niche or industry that you guys are in. Okay. I'll show you how to create products in much more detail. And obviously, I showed you some methods and tricks just on this webinar, but I wasn't able to go into a lot of detail. Okay, I'll show you how with zero product creation experience, you can get people in your industry to beg you to create products, and how you can create them super fast on a shoestring budget. Okay, some of the first products I ever created, I mean, you can do it for free. It's just a matter of time. Or you could even create pieces of software for, I was selling software. I was able to, my first 6-figure launch was for, I think I paid $1,500 for the software. Okay. So you can imagine what the return on investment was. Okay. Now there's 12 sessions, 12 live sessions that we're going to be holding starting October 14th. That is going to be the first session. Okay. So this workshop starts in today's the 6th. Okay, so it's only in 8 days we're going to get started with this workshop. Okay, that's week 1 again is the foundation. Week 2 is market research. So I didn't really even cover, how do you go about finding products to create? Okay, how do you connect with your customers and audience on a deep emotional level that that when you create that product that people are going to want it. Okay, people that it's going to solve a pain, and it's going to connect and identify with your audience's hot buttons, okay, to persuade them and motivate them to buy, okay? We'll talk about how to gain a competitive edge with your different competitors, how to make sure that your product is superior to them, and that's really, really important, and I'll show you guys a super easy method on how to do this, okay? Week number 3 is all about product creation, how to create things, everything from PDFs to ebooks to video training to membership sites to software. If you guys are looking to build software, I've been doing software for years now, and that's where a lot of my money has come from building out software, everything from WordPress plugins to software as a service applications. I can really give you guys a ton of great advice and coaching on how to build software if that's something that you guys are into. But we're going to look at all different types of product creation. Okay. I'll show you guys how to hire designers, developers, all different types of people that can help with creating those products. I dive into more in-depth case studies and show you guys how you can, again, find product creators to partner with. Okay. Week 4 is about marketing funnels and optimizing your funnel. I'll show you guys how you can make profitable front end and back end sales funnels that virtually never stops. Okay. I'll show you how to extract 5 times more money out of each customer that comes through your door. Okay. And this is really, really powerful, guys. This is what took me from a 7-figure to an 8-figure business, was how to extend that sales funnel and how to, maybe your average customer value is worth, $1. How to get them to $5, how to get them to $10. Okay, I'll show you so many simple tricks where 95% of marketers are not doing these things. Okay, I'll show you how you can double your price points, triple conversions, and quadruple your earnings per visitor. Okay. I'll show you things like evergreen autoresponder sequences, where once the person buys from you, they continuously buy more and more of your stuff, more and more maybe affiliate products, and it's done on autopilot. Okay, it's amazing, and my wife still talks to me this day about it. When the first time I was able to show her my PayPal account and show her all the different transactions that were happening within that first launch that I did, where I was able to generate over $100,000 in 7 days. Okay. It's a pretty amazing feeling, and it can change your life. Okay. I'll show you all sorts of optimization things, like with your sales pages and your squeeze pages, to improve conversions by even up to 100%. Okay. When it comes to people buying your stuff, people opting into your squeeze pages. Okay. Week number 5 is about product marketing and promotions, AKA traffic. So we're going to spend an entire week on things like Facebook traffic, affiliate traffic, webinar traffic, how to work with other vendors, how to build and maintain your internal email list, things like media buying and retargeting. That's all week 5. And then week 6 is about scaling, how to take your business from a 6-figure to a 7-figure business, or a 7-figure to an 8-figure business. Okay. I've been able to create over 40 different training and products and programs within 3 years with zero investment money, with very little overhead and payroll costs from my home office. Everyone that I employ is virtual, without having a boss or having a whole bunch of upper management, that are delegating. My company is very, very lean. I'll show you how you can create a lean company while still getting a lot done and creating a well-oiled system. Okay. Now, let me go back here. Again, this workshop is going to go from October 14th to November 20th. Okay. And guys, I really don't want, the reason I'm doing this, guys, and I have a very busy schedule. I've always been extremely busy with lots of different things that I'm building and products. I've basically blocked out these 6 weeks because I love working with people. I love seeing people succeed. I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I did. Okay. For about 2 or 3 years, I spent time just, with no real system or process, learning, as I went. I tested a lot of stuff. I failed a ton. Okay. I made a ton of mistakes. I wasted a lot of money, and I was real stubborn about hiring a coach to help me. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with it. And in fact, everyone should have a coach or a mentor or someone that can help you get to the point that you want. And I was unable to get to that point until I started working with mentors, with other partners to help me get where I want to be. Okay. So I understand that this program, this workshop is not for everybody. Okay. I am personally looking for people who are passionate, who are driven, who are ready to hit the ground running. Okay. October 14th, we're going. Okay. We're going to be doing 2 sessions every single week. That's going to be live. We also have foundational training that's in there and that you can consume as on your own time. Okay. And I'll go into more in depth on what's going to be included. Okay. I'm looking for action takers. Okay. I can teach you and guide you as much as possible. But if you're not willing to take action, you're not going to better your situation. Okay. I want people who are motivated and want to dramatically improve their life and their business. Okay. These basic and advanced strategies, they work. Okay. It's been proven. I'm living testimonial from it. I've worked with lots of different people who were struggling marketers and showed them how to turn one product into 6 figures. It's really not that far away, guys. Okay. So I am 100% committed. And this is 100% committed to these 6 weeks. Okay. October 14th to November 20th. Like I said, we are hitting the ground running. So I want 300 students who are fully committed as well. Okay. Now this is a 6-week program. We're taking 300 people. Okay. You can go to sellerkickstart.com/join to join and be one of the 300 people. Now, what I'm doing is for the first 100 people, I'm knocking $500 off of the payment. Okay. Off of the investment. Okay. It's one payment of $997. Okay. So after these 100 spots go, it'll be $1,500. Now we already had that first session that was on October 1st. And so we've already had a number of people come into the program. So there's 37 spots left at the $997 price point. Okay, so we're probably going to fill up those first 100 spots after this second session. So we are going to have this webinar again at 8 o'clock tonight. And so, like I said, I'm looking for people who are ready to hit the ground running. It's going to be an intense 6 weeks, but you guys are going to get your investment back or your money back. Okay. Now, I already know a lot of you guys that are on this call are already involved or already committed to the workshop. So I want to congratulate you guys on that. I do want to mention one more thing here. Once you become a Seller Kickstart member, you're going to go after you check out, you're going to go to this thank you page. It's a welcome email or a welcome video from me. And the first thing I want you to do is connect with me on Skype. Okay, because I want to at least introduce myself and connect with you and learn a little bit more about you, and and answer any questions that you may have up until we get going on October 14th, and then we're going to get into the content, and we're going to have all of our live sessions, and we're going to be able to do Q&A then. Okay, you're also going to be getting access to my 6-figure mastermind Facebook group. This is a private Facebook group where there's already hundreds of online entrepreneurs inside of here where we can connect. You can partner with people. There's already lots of joint venture relationships happening within the community. And then we also have our support team as well. So we have a support desk, and I'll talk about the support desk here in a second. But just so you guys understand everything that you're going to be getting, there's going to be 12 live workshop sessions. Okay. 12 live webinars. There's going to be two each week. Okay. For 6 weeks. There's the foundational video training. Okay. Where there's going to be content that we're going to drip it out every single week. Okay. I don't want to give you guys all 6 weeks because I've done that before and it creates a real mess. There's a lot of people that will just, skip ahead. They'll start asking questions on week 5 when we're still on the first week. And I want you guys to be there for the live workshops. If you can't be there for the live workshops, we're going to have, we'll have everything recorded, but I don't want you guys to ask questions for stuff that we're going to cover during the live trainings, and that's in the foundational training. Okay, so there's a specific way that I want you guys to consume the information to get the most out of it. Okay, there's also a whole bunch of bonuses that I haven't even mentioned yet. I'll talk about those here in a second. There's 8 bonuses you guys are going to get. It's on the Seller Kickstart main sales page if you want to go check those out. You're going to get access to the private Facebook group and then priority support from me. So if you ask a question in the support desk and our guys are unable to answer it, or it's something that is directed towards me, I'll be in there answering it. And then obviously you guys have access to me on Skype. Then we're also going to be doing what I'm calling on the fly training. So each week, as questions are coming in, I'm going to collect all those questions and I'm going to answer those in video format and I'm going to put them inside of the membership area. So you guys are going to get access to core foundational training. Okay. But then I'm also going to be adding new videos into that membership area and telling you guys about them so you can go and watch them. And I can answer your questions, but more importantly, everybody can benefit from that. Okay. Now, here again this is just a real brief overview of the dates for all of the live sessions. So again, week 1 is the foundation. We're going to start that on October 14th. I tried to stagger the times between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. I understand that I'm not going to be able to accommodate everybody because people are going to be from all over the world, but I tried to make them as accommodating as possible. Of course, we're going to have replays within the members area. Of course, we'll be able to you'll have time to ask questions throughout the 6 weeks. Okay, so I'll get your questions answered. And so these are, from October 14th to November 20th. These are all the different dates that we're going to be meeting for our live sessions. Okay. Now, this is kind of the boldest guarantee I think I've ever made, but basically you can take the entire 6-week workshop and get a refund if that's what you want. Now, obviously, I think you guys are going to you're going to double my guarantee is that you're going to double your sales. Okay. And that you're going to recoup your investment within the 6 weeks. Okay. Now, obviously, if you don't want to take action and do the things that we talk about and that I teach you, then obviously you're going to be where, you may be at right now. Okay. But that's why I'm looking for action takers, and I'm putting all of the risk on myself. And so if you're not completely satisfied with the program, you pay nothing. Okay. You'll get your money back. If you don't double your sales, you won't pay a cent. Okay. So I'm really taking 100% of the risk here. Okay. Now I do see a lot of questions coming in. I want to answer them. So feel free to ask any questions or anything that I haven't addressed. I'll also go over all of the bonuses as well. I see a few of you guys asking about the bonuses. So let me go ahead and start answering some of your questions. Let's see. Mark says, how much for what you are selling? So it's one payment of $997. Okay. That is for the entire 6-week program. Okay. For the 12 live sessions that we're going to have. Okay. For the membership area, for the on the fly training, as well as our access to me on Skype and our support team from our support desk. Okay. Let's see. In Seller Kickstart, will you show us how to find these types of opportunities with people who have created amazing products? Of course, definitely, John. That is something that we will definitely be talking about, especially during the market research week. Okay, I'll be talking about how to find people that you can partner with for sure. Okay. Can we get replays of the first 2 sessions? I was out of town. Yeah, so there's only been the one session that happened on the first. And that link is actually in the GoToWebinar chat panel. So you can click on that link and that'll go to the first replay. And then obviously after this webinar, we will have the second replay. So guys, right now, sellerkickstart.com/join. I just put that in the chat, the GoToWebinar chat panel as well. So you can click there and you can check out. Okay. Connie says she's in. Great. Awesome. Feel free to just chime in and say that you guys are in when you guys have joined. I want to make this, guys, as simple and as a no-brainer as possible. So one thing I am also doing is giving you guys a 3x payment plan. So you can get started for $397. So you can make 3 payments of $397. So you'd make 1 payment of $397 today, and then after 30 days you'd pay $397, and then after another 30 days you pay $397. So obviously, if you guys take the 1 payment option, you're going to save a little bit of money. But if you guys are on a tight budget, which I understand some people are, and you guys really want to be involved in this, you can get started for $397, and it'll just be 3 payments. So that is an option for you guys as well. Let's see here. Let's see. Is this right for me? Literally just starting, no list, but no target market interest. Yeah, Stephanie. I mean, this is definitely for anyone. For if you're just starting out, that's fine, because we're going to talk about the basics. We're going to talk about that foundational training. Okay, things that maybe someone who's been an online entrepreneur for a few years, you may think those are kind of basic, but there's nothing wrong with revisiting the basics. We all have to start from somewhere. But then we're also going to talk about advanced strategies. Believe me, we're going to get into some advanced stuff, and you'll be glad once, for some of you that may already be at this point, I'm going to show you guys how you can throw an extra zero on your bottom line. I mean, I've definitely run into some stumbling blocks along the way, and I can tell you when those stumbling blocks were. The first one was when I first started out, making that first dollar or first $100 or $1,000 online. Okay, it took me 2 or 3 years to make my first $1,000 online. Okay, once I was able to do that, I made I made 6 figures in a week. Okay, and so that there was that first stumbling block of how to get started. Of course, we're going to be addressing that. Okay, we're going to talk about building your list, creating products, how to market them, how to partner with people, how to do all that, how to drive traffic, all that kind of stuff. Okay. The next stumbling block I hit was after I hit $1 million in sales in a year. Okay, going from 7 to 8 figures, there was a little bit of a I don't know, not necessarily a learning curve, but some growing pains that I had to go through. We're gonna address all of those things, so you can see as you get to a certain point in your business, you're gonna hit certain roadblocks. We're gonna talk about and identify those roadblocks and how you can overcome them. Okay, and what's really exciting about that time is you can start to get away from the grunt work, okay, the day-to-day stuff, and you can start managing your business and be, kind of a true CEO of your business. Okay, that didn't happen for me until I hit $1 million in sales. Okay, I was involved in those day-to-day operations. Now, once you start to build a team around you of smart people that can handle, the day-to-day stuff, that's really when you can think more strategically about your business and really start to ramp it up and scale it out. Okay, and that's really when you can start making some life-changing revenue. Okay. Let's see. How long will it take to have access to the members area? So we are going to release membership access in, let's see, today's the 6th, probably by the end of the week. Okay. We're going to give you guys access to the first 2 weeks. Okay. And even that I actually wanted to just do 1 week, but I'm going to give you guys access to the first 2 weeks. Okay. And you'll have access to the live, the GoToWebinar links for those first 4 sessions. Okay, for the first 4 sessions, and then each week you're going to get access to that week's training. Actually, you're going to get access to the foundational, the recorded training the week before that week is. So you're obviously going to get access to the first 2 weeks ahead of October 14th for when we start. So by the end of the week, you guys will have access to that. Okay. Let's see. Will you teach how to build a list in your course? Oh, of course. That's going to be that's going to be 30 to 40% of the training is just going to be about list building. Obviously, when you're creating products, that list building kind of comes with it because you're building a list of buyers. But we're going to talk all about that kind of stuff. Okay. Great, John. Yeah, I think we already connected. I'm glad you joined this morning. Can't wait to get started. I'm excited to have you. Thank you for joining. I do appreciate that. Let's see. Do you turn us on to your software developers, Sean? So let me go over here really quick. I'm going to show you guys There's 8 different bonuses that you guys are going to get access to. One of those bonuses is going to be the preferred server provider, service provider Rolodex, where I'm going to share with you guys some of my contractors and connections with people, with developers, designers, video guys. Now, obviously, I'm not going to give you guys access to my internal team because at this point, I've been able to build a solid team of full-time employees. But I have worked with contractors and other people that have proven, that have built products for me in the past that I find reputable and that I wouldn't mind sharing their details with. So you guys are going to get access to that Rolodex of people. So you will get that. You'll also get access to a few other things like my home office setup, how I set up my home office for cranking out high quality audio and video. You'll get my equipment list so you can see all the different equipment that I use. It really doesn't have to be that extravagant. Things like, I don't know if you guys have seen some of the videos that I've done with whiteboard videos and blurred background videos. So I'll show you guys a lot of different ways that you can create content really, really easily. Okay. You'll get some of my exact landing page templates that you can plug in, things like sales page templates and squeeze pages and membership logins or membership pages and login pages, just so you can kind of get up to speed really, really fast with that stuff. Split test results. You guys will be able to see some of the split tests that I've done with ads, with sales pages, with squeeze pages, and figure out which ones convert well, and more importantly, which ones failed and why they failed. Okay, so you get that. You'll get my support kit. We didn't really even talk about customer support, which once you create a product, that's only like half of the work. The other half is maintaining the products, adding new features and things like that people want. I'll show you guys how to streamline customer support. You'll get this, what I call my support kit, which shows you how to uncover unseen issues that you may have with products before they happen. Okay, so correcting them before they happen, which is going to lead you to less tickets, less overhead. Okay, you're going to get a physical product supplier list, so you'll be able to see. You'll get a bunch of different contacts for if you want to turn your digital products into physical products, things like hardcover books or DVDs or workbooks or product boxes. Okay. And then bonus number 8 is the fill in the blank email sequences. So, we've had expert copywriters write a whole bunch of email sequences for us, and we've turned them into fill in the blank sequences. So everything from welcome emails to onboarding sequences, like, getting people to utilize your product, cancellation and refund rebuttal sequences. This refund rebuttal sequence probably saves, 30 to 40% of people who want a refund. Okay. Upsell and cross-sell sequences, you'll get that as well. Okay. So those are the 8 bonuses that you're also going to be getting access to. Okay. Let me see. Again, that link, guys, is sellerkickstart.com/join. Will this work with MLM products? I don't see why not. This can really be used in any niche or any type of industry, really. It's really meant to, I guess in any successful online business, you need to build a list and you need to create products. Okay. And so that's basically what we're going to be covering. Kevin, so you're asking about, will this course cover initial domain registration and hosting expenses? And that's a really good question. Now, here's the reason why I'm not going to spend too much time on that. For one, there is so much information about how to buy a domain, how to buy a hosting package. It's overwhelming. You can just go on YouTube and find basic stuff like that. If you guys need help with that, it's very simple to do. You can find people. One of the things I would recommend doing is finding someone on Fiverr for $5, just so you have a contact that can help you with just the basic developer stuff. Don't ever let technology or coding or technical things get in the way of your online business. Okay. Find someone that can do that for you. Okay. So if you've never done something like that, it's really easy to find someone that, you can buy the domain, map it to your server, upload the files, that kind of stuff. You can pay someone $5 to do that. And it's really simple. It's not hard to do that stuff. So I don't necessarily go into that basic of stuff, but if you need help, I can definitely give you guys some resources on some of that stuff. Okay. Let's see. How long will you have access to the members area? I mean, it'll be for life, so you'll have access to that. I'm not going to close that down. You guys will have access to it. Obviously, once the live workshop sessions are done, you'll only have access to the replays of it. Is 6 weeks enough to cover all the training? I mean, it is. I mean, that 6 weeks is a long time. Now, obviously, it's going to take you more than 6 weeks to, become build a 7-figure business, right? I mean, but we can cover all of the core fundamentals and all the strategies within 6 weeks. I'm pretty confident in that. Obviously, there's been a lot of preparation that have gone into getting all of the content ready for you guys. Okay. And there's obviously video training inside of the members area that you can watch at your own leisure. Now, there's going to be certain things that are going to take a little bit of time, right? I mean, it's just like anything, you're not going to, there's no such thing as that push button piece of software that makes you millions of dollars, right? If there was, everybody would be doing it and it'd be really simple to do, right? Now the concepts and the strategies that I'm going to teach you can be taught in 6 weeks. Okay. Implementation could take a little bit longer, right? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, within 6 weeks, you guys are going to have a list of 100,000 people and 10 products that you're selling and making $1 million a year. Okay. I wish it was that simple. Okay. But I'll show you the roadmap, okay, the framework and the system that has generated me, 6 figures in a week, okay, 7 figures in a year, and 8 figures it took me about 3 years to get to that point. Okay. So hopefully that is a direct, straightforward enough answer for you. Let's see. Is there an opportunity to continue to work with you to create profitable opportunities for both of us beyond 6 weeks included? That's a really good question. So I'm not going to say no to that. I mean, there's always opportunity. I'm always partnering with other people. It would need to be the right opportunity. I will say that because I do like to stay busy with with the different products and programs in my business. Let's just put it this way. I blocked out these 6 weeks ahead of time that I could focus 100% for you guys. Okay. Now after that 6 weeks, I mean, I do have other things that are in my pipeline that I want to focus on. And so obviously I'm going to be 100% committed to you guys for this 6 weeks. Okay. Starting on October 14th. After that, if there's an opportunity, I'm more than happy to discuss it with you and we can see where it goes from there. But I can't promise that, after the workshop that I'll be able to, work with you guys one-on-one. I haven't been able to do a lot of one-on-one coaching or things like that. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this small group coaching. Okay. Let's see. Will you critique existing products? Yeah, Bill, I will definitely critique products, and we can do that on the live calls if you want to. I'd love to get you guys on the live calls, and I could even have you share your screen. So I'm more than happy to do that on the live call, or if you don't want to do it on a live session, because I do like critiquing stuff live so you guys can get feedback and it helps everybody. But if you don't want to do that, you can shoot me an email with a summary of your product, maybe even a video, like a screencast video showing me your product, and then I can get you feedback. Will I be providing a hard copy of the course? Are you talking about like a physical copy, Billy? One thing I do want to do is turn it into like a physical DVD. What I will probably do for you guys is once I do create a physical copy of it, because I like to be able to give it away at like trade shows or when I work with one-on-one students or whatever scenario it may be. What I'll probably do for you guys is just give it to you guys like at cost, whatever whatever it costs to create the DVD and to ship it out to you. If you guys are interested in a physical copy of it. So I haven't really gotten that far yet. I mean, for right now, it's all going to be digital. But if you guys are interested in a physical copy, just contact me after the workshop, and I'll see what I can do for you. Let's see. I have $100,000 a year business, but need to spend 20,000. Let's see. You're talking euros. I'm sorry. So let's see. Hire expert program and take it to the next level. Okay, is there a way to make the initial outline less painful and grow my business? What kind of techniques, advice to provided over the 6-week course? Okay, so Dave, that's a really good question. He's talking about scaling, reinvesting into your business to take it to the next level. Okay, and so part of what we're going to talk about inside of the workshop, obviously, we're going to spend an entire week on just scaling and growing your business. Okay, part of what we'll talk about is how to get over that hurdle. Okay, and that's one of the hurdles that I was talking about before, where you're partnering with people, which is great. That was a great way for me to get my name known, get my name out there, get my foot in the door. And so I'll show you how to make that transition from working with partners where you're kind of working together as a kind of a rev share model, and then how to get over that hump of basically hiring your own team. Okay. I've been outsourcing for 8 years. There's definitely a method to it for hiring the right type of people. I get people all the time asking me, hey, can you help me try to hire someone for design or for development or whatever it may be? There are definitely lots of tips and tricks involved in how to hire for different parts of your business. So we will definitely talk about that. I'll show you guys how to structure your business. Now, every business is a little bit different. So you may need, certain types of people depending on the type of business you have. But like when I first started, I had a part-time support person, I had a part-time developer, I had a few different partners. And then as I grew and as I had more products and programs and I built out my email list and started to build a more sustainable business, I was able to hire multiple developers, a few different support agents, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about it. All right, let's see. How can I use this system in real estate business? One of the things that we'll talk about is how to take I assume that you're passionate about real estate, maybe creating products and programs for other real estate agents, other real estate brokers. Okay. How to take, what you know, which I assume is real estate, how to sell real estate, all that kind of stuff, and how to turn it into a package that you can promote to other real estate agents. I'm not sure exactly who your target market is without, diving into it, but it'll be about, how to package your passion, your desire, and how to make money from it. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, John, I'm definitely open to discussing opportunities to work together. Yep. For sure. For sure. I'm always open to opportunities. Let's see. What's the URL for the business apps site? If you just go, I don't have it offhand. I could probably find it for you guys. BIZ business apps. I think that's it. Let's see. It's BIZNESS apps, apps.com. That's the example that I was showing you guys earlier. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see, guys. There's a lot of questions. If I apologize if I've missed any of them, so feel free to go ahead and put your question in the questions box. I'll try to make sure I answer all of them. Let's see. Thank you for answering your question. You're welcome, Dave. If you yeah, I see you putting in your website. It's horse racing prediction service, but it's in Excel. I want to take it to the next level. So Dave, certain questions like that, I'll definitely have more time for the members for specific questions on your business. Okay. Let's see. Looking to package a program in the healthcare, natural healing, specifically. Okay. Adrenaline fatigue. Would this package help me for that? Yeah, for sure. The health industry is massive. That's a massive industry, and there's no reason why you can't apply everything that we're going to go through this workshop and apply it to the health side. Collins, hello, Mark, hello, Collins. Did you have a question? Let's see. Yeah, I can put the schedule back up here. Let me go back to that. Here's the schedule. If any of you guys were wondering, October 14th is when we're starting the workshop. Okay. November 20th is the last day. So these are the 6 weeks and what we're going to be covering. Okay. Oh boy. can tell Matt Callan is in the background because he is saying some. Mark, am I? Sorry. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Because let's see, I want to make sure I answer all of your questions, but I am also doing this same webinar at 8 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to try to save my voice, but I want to make sure I answer any of your questions. Let's see. Do I have to join now in order to speak with you? Well, I mean, Billy, obviously, so the first thing that happens is when you do become a member, you're going to go to this thank you page, and we're going to connect on Skype. So yes, anyone who has follow-up questions, well, if you have follow-up questions about if the program is right for you, feel free to email support at I'm just going to put this in while I'm writing it, sellerkickstart.com. Okay, that's our support email address, support@sellerkickstart.com. And you can ask any questions that you may have to see if the program is right for you. Okay. If it's something specific about your business, right, that you have questions about, I'm obviously going to I'm going to connect with you guys on Skype. Okay. I'll try to answer if you have a really quick question that you want me to answer before the workshop starts. I'm more than happy to do that. If it's something very broad, like, well, here's my business, how do I go about moving forward? Okay. That's really what the workshop is for, right? That's what the 6 weeks is for. That's what all the live sessions and the pre-recorded video. But obviously these 6 weeks are for you guys. Okay. They're for you guys. And I'll be there along the way. So if you have specific questions during this 6-week program, okay, that's related to the content or related to your specific business, I'll be there along the way to help you guys out and answer your questions. Okay. Let's see. Do you talk about how to structure our webinars to sell the products? Yeah, John, that's actually a really good question. I actually have an entire training on just how to structure your webinars, how to get more people onto your webinars, how to set up your presentations. I'll definitely be talking about that because we're going to talk about webinar traffic in week 4, I believe. And so we'll definitely be talking about that. Let's see. Email techniques. Well, we can talk all about that. I mean, guys, so one of the things I want to do for you guys is structure this workshop for you guys. So if you have specific questions, by all means, go ahead and ask them, and I'll do the on the fly training. So if you guys are asking questions, I'll fire up. I'll do as many videos as I need to and throw them into the membership area. So I'm answering your questions, but then I'm also providing value for the rest of the group to watch, and hopefully I'm answering some questions that you guys that other people have. Yeah, we're going to talk all about effective email marketing techniques with templates and sequences. Sure. One of the bonuses are the different sequences that we have. So I'll show you guys that. I mean, when it comes to email marketing, everyone has a different strategy or different way of approaching it. I'll show you guys what has worked well for me. I'll show you guys how to continuously provide value to your list while also making money from it. So there's lots of different ways to go about email marketing. We'll definitely dive into it. Okay. Yep. Cool. Let's see. Any other questions, guys? Again, sellerkickstart.com/join. Like I said, we're hitting the ground running on the 14th. So you guys will get access to the members area later this week. So you can start going through the first 2 weeks of video training, and then the first live session is on the 14th. Okay. And we'll rock and roll on those sessions as long as you guys want. So, I mean, I don't mind going for, 3-4 hours if we need to. So no problem there. Again, it's about being dedicated and taking action. Okay. Is this doable from India? Yeah, it can be anywhere, guys. It doesn't matter what language you speak or where you guys are from, what background you have. Okay. I'm going to show you guys how to take your passions and turn them into products, into building a profitable email list and ultimately an online business. Okay, guys, so I think I've answered all of the questions, so I'm probably going to end it there. I appreciate everybody who came on to today's session. Feel free to come on at 8 o'clock if you want to. It's going to be the same content. Okay, there's going to be different content on Wednesday. Okay, so make sure you can use the exact same GoToWebinar link to attend the session on Wednesday at 2 or 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And if you haven't yet, make sure you join this workshop, man. This is going to be, I've put a lot into it, and I'm blocking out 6 weeks of my life to help you guys and get you guys where you want to be, and ultimately get financial freedom, have the freedom of having a successful online business, so you can go and do the things that you want to do, whether it's, spend time with your family, go on vacations, buy nice cars, whatever it is that you guys are into. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming. Appreciate that. Everyone that is on the webinar, as well as joining the Seller Kickstart workshop. So I hope that everyone has a good rest of the day. We'll throw the replay in the members area, or I'm sorry, on that replay page, and we'll get that mailed out to you guys either later today or tomorrow. So thanks again, guys, for everyone who came. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. And I hope to see you guys on the next webinar on Wednesday. And then also, obviously, the live workshop starting on the 14th. All right, guys. So thank you again, and have a good day.